Hey there, everybody. This is Kristen from Teaching Balance, and welcome back for this week's mindfulness meditation. And as I was considering what we might want to do this week, I just got this feeling that it would probably be nice for us to revisit the body scan. I know, of course, as members, you have access to all of the core practices, of which, of course, the body scan is one. But I thought it would be nice just to do it in this context, which of course is a little bit shorter. And it's just a nice reminder of the fact that that's a very concrete practice that is always available to you. And I almost sometimes think of it as like a palate cleanser in a way, like, as we're focusing on different anchors, and the body, of course, being one of those. That's great. But it's also nice to just come back to the body scan. So I thought that's what we would do for today. So if you haven't already, go ahead and find your seat, either closing your eyes or lowering your gaze. And of course, taking those deep breaths that we take at the beginning of any meditation. You may notice today it's easier to take deep breaths. On some days it's a little harder. And just doing the best you can to activate that relaxation response and really just drop into your body. Letting go of being that floating thought bubble above your head and just be in your skin. So to begin, what I would like you to do first is rest your attention on your left big toe. Noticing any sensation that you can notice. And you might find there's quite a bit of sensation or maybe very little. And if there's very little, if you haven't already, you could always give that left big toe a little wiggle. If you're wearing shoes, feeling where your left big toe makes contact with the shoe, or if not, just noticing any contact that the left big toe makes with a surface or the air. And just resting your attention on this small part of your body. And then when you're ready, expanding your awareness to include the entire left foot. So all of the toes, the bridge from the toe pads to the ball of your foot, the ball, the arch, the heel, all the way up to the top. Feeling not only that external sensation of contact with the shoe or any surface that your left foot is resting on, but also internal, feeling all of the muscles and bones and connective tissue. Perhaps observing any temperature. Is your left foot cool or is it warm? And remembering that there's no right way for your body to feel in any moment. You're just noticing however it does feel. Next, when you're ready, expanding your awareness from your left foot to take in your entire left leg. So the foot, the ankle, the shin, the calf, the knee, the thigh, the hamstring, all the way up to that left hip socket. And just noticing whatever is observable. Noticing the angle of the joints, the ankle, the knee. Noticing the contact that your clothing makes. There may be parts where your clothing is touching and parts that aren't, and just exploring where that distinction happens from contact to non-contact. And then internally, seeing if you can notice sensation in the muscles of the lower and upper leg. Noticing any sensation in the joints, like the knee or even that sensitive area in the back of the knee. Whatever you can observe. And remembering that resting your attention on your leg isn't terribly interesting and your mind is going to wander, knowing that's okay and expected, and that that's your opportunity to just bring your attention back to where we are, which is the left leg. When you're ready, I'd like for you to release your attention on the left leg and zoom in once more, but this time on the right big toe. Noticing any sensations that are observable. This time knowing what's coming, knowing that there may be a very big difference between sensation in the right big toe when it's still as opposed to when it might be moving around, and just playing with that. When you're ready, shifting your awareness to the entire right foot, similarly to what we did on the left side, observing the skin, the sole of the foot, the top of the foot, the muscles, and even more subtle sensations. Perhaps even, can you feel that webbing that connects your feet to your toes? What can you observe? And if there's not much sensation, knowing that that's entirely okay. You're just trying to observe what you can. And then when you're ready, shifting your awareness to include the entire right leg. Noticing how from the bottom through the ankle, the shin, the calf, noticing the angle of that knee, feeling the upper leg, thigh, the hamstring, and all the way up into that hip joint. What are you noticing? If you have your legs crossed, there might be more of a sense of constriction. If you're sitting in a chair, feeling the support of that chair underneath the right leg, just noticing whatever you can notice. And then when you're ready, shifting your awareness to include your torso. From the pelvic floor up through the abdomen, the lower torso, the low back, into the upper torso, the chest and upper back. Noticing the muscles which are engaged, holding you in this position, and which are relaxed. Noticing any internal sensations like perhaps a sense of hunger or fullness. The rising and falling of your chest as you breathe. Can you even feel your heart beating? Maybe you can and maybe you can't. And then next, when you're ready, shifting your awareness to both arms. So holding both the right and the left hands and arms in your awareness. Noticing a difference, if there is any, in their positioning. Noticing where your sleeve ends and the skin of your hands is exposed. Feeling the skin all the way from the tips of the fingers up through the forearm, the elbow, the biceps, triceps, and even into that shoulder socket. Observing external as well as internal sensations. And then when you're ready, shifting your awareness from the arms up through the shoulders and the neck, the back of the head to the face. Noticing what facial muscles are relaxed and which ones are engaged. You don't need to change anything. You're just observing. Noticing the muscles around the jaw and the eyes. Feeling your eyes in their sockets. Your tongue as it rests in your mouth. Observing whatever it is that you can observe in the neck, head, and face. with a curiosity and an interest, not judging whatever you find, just observing. And then when you're ready, releasing your attention on the neck and head and face, and resting it instead on the very top of your head, the crown, feeling its connection almost with a reaching upward. And then from the top of that crown, I'd like for you to scan downward through your body. If it helps to visualize like a retinal scanner or the idea of something melting from the top to the bottom. Just observing sensations from the top of the head through the face, the neck, the shoulders, arms, torso, legs, and feet. Feeling your feet in whatever way they make contact with the ground. That's 10 minutes. So traditionally, as you may know, body scans tend to be a little bit longer and a little bit slower. But I still think that there is value in doing a shorter one because I still think that, particularly if you find that at any time, at any point in time, you really are just having a hard time concentrating, I really feel like the body scan is one of the easiest things for you to, for me anyway, to be able to really lock my attention into something. And of course, your mind will wander. And, you may even fall asleep. That happens, of course. But just to let you know that that's always available to you. And I thought it, like I said, would be a fun one for us to do together. So as always, thank you so much for taking this time for yourself and for allowing me to accompany you on this journey. I look forward to seeing you next week. And until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.